Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. My name's Chloe Roberts, if you guys didn't know already, and I'm going to be doing a what I eat in the day video for you guys. I'm also going to be talking to you guys about my training progress and how I've been training, like a progress report kind of thing on my bodybuilding experience and preparation for my comp in March. So it has only been 2 weeks since I started my preparation for my bodybuilding competition in March. You guys have been asking me what's been my meal plan and everything, and how I prepared for the shoot that I did yesterday and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just gonna fill you guys in about all of that, actually sit down and talk to you guys about it all, because I know that I've been like putting a lot of my Instagram and like filming a lot of my meals, but I haven't been sitting down and talking to you guys about the protein, the carbs, the fats that go into it, and why I'm having them, and all of those kind of details. So I thought I would jump straight into it. If you guys are interested in seeing what I eat in a day and all the different kinds of methods that we've been using for these past 2 weeks to get me prepared for the comp, then keep watching, because I'm very excited to show you and share with you guys all of the details. Before I started preparing for this competition, I had already been training very intensely, but I wasn't eating anything, like literally next to nothing. I would eat like practically just dinner. I would have something really small for lunch, and then I'd just have dinner. I was fine with that because I was so used to that. My metabolism was so used to that, and my body was so used to only having those calories that I never really felt like I needed more. But that isn't good for you. Marcus, my coach, put me on a diet that was a lot more food than I was used to, and honestly it's been amazing. It has been amazing for me and my body, my training, everything incomplete. Please, if you take anything from this video, please take that you don't have to starve yourself to lose weight or to get your body goals that you want to achieve. You don't have to starve yourself. As you guys can see, this is my first session with Iron Body. I'm going to put this here. I've done 2 training sessions now, so I'm going to show you my second training session. I took some progress pictures of my body so you guys can see from what it was to what it will be. I'm not sure if I'll put them here yet, but I'm going to also show you guys photos of what I was. So before I started training weights at all, like I will show you that photo compared to what my photo is while I'm doing weights, and then I'm going to show you guys the photo of post, at least halfway through my progress. I don't know if I'm going to do week in week out intervals. On my first day at training at Iron Body, I weighed in at 52 kilos. The next week I weighed in at 51 kilos, and that is eating a shit ton more. So I lost a kilo in a week from eating more food than I would ever eat, because my body needed the energy to burn it off instead of storing the food. I actually lost a kilo. I was seriously amazed by all that. I'm going to tell you guys exactly what I had. For my first week, I would eat 5 meals. 2 large eggs and an avocado for breakfast. I just got some eggs. I whisked it up in here, and I'm just going to put it into this pan here. And then I'm just gonna smash up some other little baby. Little baby boo. Okay. Then my second meal, I would have chicken, sweet potatoes, and veggies. So I have 100 grams of veggies here, which I've just put some broccoli in here into a steamer, and then I'm just gonna put the lid on top. I wish you could smell it because it smells so good. 150 grams of sweet potatoes, as you can see in there. Just put some paprika and some mixed herbs on top. The sweet potato, as you can see. As you can see, that's paprika on top of 150 grams of chicken. It's been in for 20 and that's been in for 35. And I'm just gonna put them in for another 5 minutes. They are all done, so I'm just gonna put them on my plate. There is 150 grams of sweet potatoes here with some mixed herbs and paprika on them, and then some chicken, which is 150 grams, and then 100 grams of vegetables, which is just broccoli. The chicken has some paprika and some mixed herbs on it as well. These were in the oven for about 30 minutes, and that was about 40 minutes, and then that was in the steamer for about 10 minutes. So we've got some sweet potatoes, some chicken with paprika on it, and then we've got some broccoli. For my third meal, I'd have a scoop of whey protein, 80% whey protein, a whole banana as well. So what I did is I made myself a smoothie like I used to show you guys as well. Just cut up a banana, I'm just gonna pop it in this blender. So whey protein, I'm going to add a whole banana, which is about 120 grams. And then, so that's all up about 226 calories. So as you guys can see, there's a whole banana in there. It is frozen to add for texture. And then I put a whole cup of the Optimum Nutrition vanilla creme flavor of protein powder in here as well. I'm just gonna blend that all together. Oops, and I forgot to put in water, so it's really thick right now. But I'm just gonna pour in a cup of water now and then blend it all together again. And perfect. So I get all of my protein powders and supplements from Elite Supplements, but this one's a bit different. This one is also from Elite Supplements. It's called Optimum Nutrition if you guys want to get yourself some, and it is in flavor vanilla creme, and I just put a banana with it. So very, very simple, but a good protein shake for post-training. Fourth meal was, so I'd have steak, sweet potato, and veggies. And my fifth meal was oats, whey protein, and raspberries. And that for me was a lot of food to be eating in such a short amount of time, because I wasn't eating anything, and I wasn't eating next to nil. It was a big change for me to go from eating that to eating this, but holy shit, did it hasn't worked. I've lost a kilo. My body fat percentage when I first started training was apparently it was 24. That was a bit off. I didn't actually have underwear on at the time, so I had to roll up my tights instead of pulling them down, get my body mass on my legs, on my thigh. They couldn't do that without me pulling my pants down, so I had to roll it up. So it wasn't probably the most accurate reading, about 24% fat, and now I am actually 20% fat. I've dropped 4% fat. For me was okay, you need to trust this process. You really need to just go with everything he says. He knows what he's talking about. He's done it. He's proved that he can do it. So just trust him. That's something that I find hard, because I've always, my whole life, food's been a major issue for me, and I'll open up to you guys about all my problems later on, but food has always been a major issue for me. I've never eaten that much. Ever since eating all this food, I'm so hungry all the time, and I'm feeding my body and fueling my body constantly, and it's so good for me, and I feel so much better. I feel so much more energetic. I get up easier in the morning. when I wake up, I literally wake up and I'm I have so much more energy right now than I did when I wasn't eating. I wake up hungry as well, which I didn't really used to do either. It's crazy how much food I was eating, but I was enjoying it, and all the food is good food. So I wouldn't be having any of the food with any sauces. I wouldn't have any butter or not even oil. I wasn't adding any of that kind of stuff. It was just spraying a little bit of stuff on the pan just so nothing would stick, and I'd be adding spices like paprika, paprika or garlic or mixed herbs to add a little bit of extra flavor to it. You can always mix that up if you're getting bored, but I personally, because it's just so healthy and like you're having like different meals constantly throughout the day, you're never really not satisfied. I didn't feel like I was getting sick of anything ever. You can mix up the veggies, you can like mix up the herbs and spices, like there's always ways that you can change what you're eating slightly to make it a little bit different the night before if that is a problem for you. But I didn't find that an issue. What was really hard was that I had my nan's birthday on the weekend that I just started doing this meal plan. You do have to be strict on yourself. Like you can't just go and have a chocolate. You gotta be really strict on yourself, and that is a really hard thing in this whole process. It was my nan's birthday and there was like cakes and stuff. It was like cakes and all this food that was brought out, Mum made for my nan's birthday. Unfortunately, I just had to like cook myself my own kind of breakfast and just like eat that. And you know what? Afterwards, you're like, that didn't, like, it didn't matter. Like, it really doesn't matter. No one thinks anything else of it either. Like, it doesn't matter. You do you, and if it's working for you, then it's working for you. After I saw him, which was on the Wednesday, I actually had a photo shoot on the Sunday. And so I needed to try and get my body to like, as much as I can, like tighten as much as I can before I get to my shoot. Not including the Wednesday because I was eating what I was already eating. I had the Thursday, Friday and Saturday for the Sunday shoot. I had to, for those 3 days, adjust my meal plan, and Marcus did that for me. Thank God, he is a lifesaver. He really did take into account everything. And that is the last dinner for this week. And then tomorrow night you'll see my new meal plan. So I actually went on a keto diet to try and cut out any carbs, because the carbs hold water, so you have like water retention in your body, and that's what I wanted to get rid of. I wanted to get rid of the water retention in my body, the water that was sitting on top of my muscles that was like not giving me that lean defined muscle tone. I went on the keto diet for those 3 days. I don't love the keto diet because I don't believe that you need to cut out any source of food at all completely, and that is what keto does. But I did like it for this little period of time because it does make you lose fat quickly. Keto diet, which my first meal was a keto quiche. I made myself a quiche, but that was amazing, so good. I seriously wish you could smell this right now. It smells so good. So this is my quiche. It is spinach, cottage cheese, cheddar cheese, eggs, and spring onions. So that's all that's in it. It kind of reminds me of like a spanakopita, just without the pastry on the outside of this. So this is going to be divided into 6, and I am going to have that in the mornings. So as you saw, that was my meal for this morning. I just put a do not touch on it so that no one fucking eats it. The keto quiche actually has 22 protein, 2 grams of carbs, 85 grams of fat. So it's really good for a keto diet. And then for my second meal, I had chicken, mayo, and spinach and cheddar cheese. So I'm just putting onto here 100 grams of chicken. So I've already pre-seasoned them with paprika. I sprayed it with the extra virgin olive spray on the tray. And then I'm literally, because I ran out of baking paper, I'm going to put this in the oven on 180 for fan force. So then we have the Best Foods real mayonnaise. So I only need 20 milliliters of this, and I put together in little bags so that I can just take it wherever I need it. It's just some spinach, so a serve of spinach, and then 20 grams of cheddar cheese. You see, it's the chicken. So the chicken is 22 grams of protein and 2 grams of fat, and there's 100 grams of chicken. And 20 milliliters of mayo Best Foods, which is the mayo there, which has 14 grams of fat in it. And then the spinach is 1 serve. Cheddar cheese, which has 5 grams of protein and 7 grams of fat. So overall that's 312 calories, and it is 27 grams of protein and 23 grams of fat. Yeah, so I just put this in for 20 minutes and then put it in for another 5. Then my third meal was beef mince, 100 grams of veggies, green sour cream, and cheddar cheese. It is beef mince, some cottage cheese, some sour cream, and some broccoli. 130 grams of beef mince with 5% fat, and there is 26 grams of protein in that and 7 grams of fat, 100 grams of veggies, and then there's bullet cream, sour cream, which has 5 grams of fat, cheddar cheese, which is 20 grams of cheddar cheese. Oh my god, the camera's fogging up. Yep, and then for my fourth meal was strawberries, thickened cream, and 2 squares of Lindt 90% dark chocolate. So that was my diet for those 3 days. So as you can see, I've woken up very thin on the side and at the front. So I have been shredding body fat and like water retention. Well and good. I've only got one more day to go to my shoot, and then I'm going to be back on my refeed. Hey guys, so I have just my breakfast and my lunch. Just this is a zucchini slice as I've been having for the past 3 days. For lunch, 100 grams of chicken, 20 grams of cheese, cheddar cheese. Oh, I was supposed to have 20 mils of mayo as well, but I didn't today. Bunch of spinach as well. And dinner is mince. It's just 130 grams of mince, 100 grams of broccoli, 20 mils of sour cream, and 20 grams of cheddar cheese. And then the last meal of that is 100 grams of strawberries. So I have 100 grams of strawberries with a little bit of thickened cream and 2 blocks of Lindt 90% dark chocolate, and then that's all I've been having for the past 3 days. It is completely different to what I used to be having. I'm so much hungrier right now. I'm definitely like starving myself in some way, shape or form. I am definitely like starving myself in some way, shape or form, because I do find that I am losing weight quickly, very quickly. Water retention, so I am going very, very quickly on this for 2 days now, and I just feel a lot more like ripped. But as you can see there, that is currently what I am at, because I wanted to be for the shoot. I'm going to do a refeed on Monday, so very exciting. On the day of the shoot, I literally did, like, it felt so thin. That is exactly what I wanted for this shoot, because it was for a brand called Slim Tum. You kind of needed to embody what it was like selling, kind of thing, which was like to have a slim physique. That's what I needed to embody, and so that is what we tried to tailor the diet to, and it worked, to tell you the truth. So I am very happy with that. On the day of the shoot, we had me back to eating like a big amount so that my body didn't store food and bloat me, because I always find when I don't eat, I actually bloat. My program didn't change much during those days either. I was still training as hard as ever. What I was going to eat on the day of the shoot yesterday was, I'd have 5 meals, and so I'd have for my first meal, I'd have oats, banana, and raspberries. And then my second meal, I'd have chicken, bread, and spinach. My third meal, whey protein. My fourth meal, steak, veggies, and sweet potatoes. And my fifth meal, oats, whey protein, raspberries, and peanut butter. So I was eating a lot of the day of the shoot as well. I would like you guys to take it to account, because if you are shooting, I thought that you have to like eat nothing. That's not actually good for your body. It's your body's going to actually start to try and store the food, and then you'll bloat. So that's what happens to me, at least. BTS of the shoots, I'll put that probably like here now. When you come straight to gym from a shoot and you have like a whole face of makeup on. Oops. So the shoot was like heaps of fun, and I went at 7 AM in the morning. I went in and took all these photos with them, like for the Instagram page, and then for afterwards, and it was just a good day of shooting. Everyone made me feel so comfortable, and I was really happy with the team. All the girls were like so lovely, the guys were lovely as well. And then we went and had lunch, and then we went back to another gym and did some more shooting for that gym. I went straight to gym, so I went straight from there to gym, and then I went to the grocery shop to get some more food and meal prep for the week. I've just had a massive day. I'm into the city at about 7, I think it was Chapel, yeah, it was Chapel Street. I'm shooting, so I had a photo shoot that I had to do for this waist trainer. Like, so we did shooting till 12. We went out and got lunch, and then we went back to a gym called Fitness First in Richmond and did another like 5 hours of shooting. Went straight to gym. As you can see, I'm in my gym clothes now, so I went straight to gym. I have now gotten groceries for dinner because I've had to meal prep for my updated meal plan today. So for the shoot today, my meals are a bit different. And then for lunch, I actually had a veggie bowl with some chicken, which I was supposed to have a chicken sandwich, but because we went out for lunch, I just decided to have that instead. Then for dinner, I'm having lean steak and veggies and sweet potato. And then for dessert, I'm having oats and whey protein and that kind of stuff. So I'll show you the BTS of the photo shoot and all that kinds of stuff. I am going to go straight to bed because I'm absolutely buggered. It's been a very, very long day, but yeah. Also tomorrow, so from now on, we're updating in the meal plan again. So I have a new meal plan starting from tomorrow. Had to get all the groceries for that as well, but I'll tell you guys all about that tomorrow. Updated my meal plan today again for this week, and I am back on track to get preparing for the comp. So he did want to change me back to my original calories, but he did want to put my calories up, but he just wants to check in, like do a check-in with me, see if we can add in some more food at this point, because we're just establishing where my metabolism is at the moment. So he didn't want to put him up quite yet. He's going to do a check-in with me on Wednesday, and then we'll check out the meal plan, adjust it accordingly. But my first meal is 2 eggs and an avocado. Second meal is chicken, sweet potatoes and veggies. Third meal, whey protein and banana. Fourth meal, meat, so steak and sweet potatoes and veggies. And then my fifth meal is oats, whey protein and raspberries. I'm so excited to get back to that point because keto, I was like really hungry. Like, I'm not gonna lie. That is my everyday routine, guys. That's a little bit of an update for you. If you do want to know more about like my training routine and like how I feel and like all that kind of stuff, just leave below the comments like everything that you want to know. Kind of forget sometimes to mention a lot of things and put things in. If you guys do want to know, then let me know. Thanks guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos like this, then put a thumbs up, like my video, and subscribe to my channel. Please don't forget, because it really supports me and my channel, and I'll show you guys heaps more of my progress. And as you can see, my body is changing massively. I am very happy with the changes that is happening and occurring. Like, everything's just getting more proportional and exactly how I wanted them to go. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I look forward to seeing you guys in my next one.